my point was, the president is surrounded by people who cannot tell him reality, because I can tell you for one, I had my colleague, my panelist here say that the people of Mount Kenya did not react because we felt it was not okay for us to react about what an individual going home. But I can tell him, we reacted, but we decided to sing songs. We decided that our pain, we are going to put it somewhere in our hearts, whereby come 2027, we can be able to look back and say, we can't be going to the table with somebody, giving him our numbers, giving him our resources, giving him everything it takes to win. Then when he gets to the other side, he takes us for a ride. So what is going to happen in 2027? We as the mountain people, because me, I'm proudly from the mountain. And what is going to happen in 2027? We as the mountain are not going to gamble with our votes. Right. We are not going to go into elections with the bare minimum of just trust. We are going to ensure that if we go to the table, it is through our own party, because the mistake that we did, and
what do you mean our own party?
The mistake that we did.
A person from the mountain?
Yes, the mistake that we did, we as the people from the mountain, and my boss has, Rigathi Gachagua has always said it, is that they trusted William Ruto to join his bus, which is UDA. And when other communities like the likes of Kinamudavadi came with their party, the likes of Weta came with their party, and you also see Baba, when he has joined Broad-Based, he went with his party. But for us, the mountain, we just trusted him and said, let us join in his vehicle. Now, this time we have decided we are going to have our own vehicle.
National Youth Leader Njeri Kahiga has launched a scathing critique of President William Ruto's leadership, raising concerns about the qualification and credibility of individuals within the president's close political circle. According to Kahiga, many of those surrounding the head of state lack formal education. Example, Ruto's Farouk Kibet Hayden, a situation she believes undermines sound governance and decision-making at the highest level of the country. In her remarks during an appearance on TV47 Morning Cave, Kahiga also criticized the president's handling of national security matters. She alleged that the administration has shown a concerning level of tolerance toward individuals linked to extremism activities, further raising eyebrows about the governance or the government approach to compacting terrorism. Turning her attention to internal party politics, Kahiga expressed dissatisfaction with the current leadership of the Jubilee Party. She cast doubt on the credibility of the party's Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni, arguing that the public cannot rely on his voice to represent the future of the party. She called for more credible and level-headed leadership to emerge within the Jubilee if the party is to remain relevant in the national politics.
It's in public domain, and it's factual that the president is surrounded by people who did not complete school. So I don't want to use the word illiterate, but it is in public domain, and we are all aware of that, because even on the issue of the Butere girls, it's because they could not wrap around their minds what kind of literature that was. And now you can imagine these people, when they think of numbers, they think that they can doctor numbers very easily, and they keep maybe telling the president that, you know what, the 4 million that Mount Kenya can give you is something we can doctor. That is why you are seeing today in our papers, we are being told about citizenship. Suddenly we want to change our laws in terms of citizenship to allow children in the refugees who have been sired by a Kenyan and a refugee to be given citizenship by birth. Why right now? Why not last year? Why not the other year? Secondly, suddenly...
You're trying to say that this is what? Angling for what? Why? Why are you questioning that?
I am questioning it because of the timeliness. You know, if you are very genuine about the refugees, we have had members of parliament from that side talk about they are going to doctor numbers. Then suddenly the courts want to allow that kind of legislation by birth. You remember, children who have been given birth don't mean infants. There are people who were given birth 18 years ago and they don't have identifications. So if today I bring in 2 million people and I say these ones were given birth in Kenya, they've not had documentation. How are Kenyans going to verify that kind of
Some of these stories, we have followed, Jerry. Some of these stories we have followed, and they're so genuine. And most
I
of people
agree.
have lived
I agree.
Yes.
To some extent, I agree. But then again, imagine a member of parliament from that side saying they are going to doctor numbers. How sure are we that as we bring in genuine 100 refugees, 50 other goons from other countries are not going to come in?
Okay.
Thirdly, we have seen the president, how he relates with terrorists from other countries, allowing them to use our state of the nation, KICC, to plant their issues. Then how again do you tell me we are supposed to be very okay when...
You want to label them terrorists, really?
But in their country, it is known.
Okay.
You know, and it is in the national papers and it is public domain, because what do you mean they are bringing in their guns and everything else, and it is in public domain? We've listened to media analyze that story. Lastly, before I went
Perhaps
there...
the president just wanted to make